arm day. Had a solid leg workout yesterday. Legs are pretty sore. Starting off the video a lot closer to the gym than usual. It was laundry day today, so spent the last hour and a half getting laundry washed, dried, and all that. Had a little bit of a freeze, so had it kind of starting to pile up a little bit. Anyway, arm day. Probably it's a lot weirder than probably a lot of other people's arm days. I don't do a lot of dumbbell work like you'd probably imagine. Ironically enough, because it seems like arm day is one of the easiest ones to do a lot of dumbbell heavy workouts. I do some spider curls. That's where you've got the incline bench, reclined back, and then you straddle the seat again, like I was talking about with the shotgun rows, but instead I'm basically like facing the ground. I've got the dumbbells, and I'm working a curl at a laying position, one arm at a time, alternating. I enjoy them. They seem to really work the arms out quite a bit. I usually start those off for my first exercise. I'll do maybe 4 sets of those. Then I end up doing a lot of easy bar work and the shorter straight barbell work. So a lot of curls. I'll do easy bar close grip curls. Then I'll do easy bar tricep extensions. Oh, I forgot to mention. So I usually on arm day I'll superset biceps and triceps. So my dumbbell exercise of the spider curls, I'll superset with skull crushers, dumbbell skull crushers. And when I finish both of those, I'll go over and I'll start working on easy bar, and I'll easy bar curl close grip, and then I'll easy bar tricep extension overhead, like standing. When I finish those, then I swap the easy bar out for the barbell. They've got the shorter one. I'm not 100% sure on the weights on them. I kind of, in my mind, lowball guess them. I'm guessing it's probably a 20-pound bar. It might be more. It's definitely heavier than the easy bar. And the easy bar, I imagine it's 10, but it's probably 15. I'm not 100%. Anyway, I'll do the little straight shortened barbell. I'll do those are regular grip bicep curls with that, and I'll superset that with cable tricep extensions. Now I started off doing it with the cable, the rope cable extensions. I don't enjoy the rope very much. It's definitely, I would argue, the better workout if you're going to do a cable tricep extension, because you're having to focus a little bit more on that stability. It seems like in a lot of exercises, anything that requires you to try and stabilize the load is going to be a better workout. At least it seems to be the general consensus. But when it comes to the overhead tricep extensions with the cable, I'm not a fan of it with the rope. So I usually end up doing it with a straight bar. So it's a straight bar cable overhead extension with the shortened barbell bicep curls. After that, it'll be tricep push downs. And what's the other one? It might be straight bar bicep curls on the cable. Very repetitive. Like I said, I hop around. I try and hit pretty much every exercise I have available to myself for the muscle group that I'm working that day. And it's a lot of repetitive stuff. I definitely could see the benefit, and probably should be mixing some hammer curls in, just because it's a little bit of a alternated grip. And then when I finish that up, I'll go over and do machine preachers and machine tricep extensions. Oh, I forgot to mention regular preacher curls too, with the actual bar, easy bar preacher curls. So yeah, arm day usually ends up being one of the more difficult ones. I get towards the end. I mean, obviously, as you've been listening to me, it's a lot of pretty much the exact same workout over and over and over again. So, especially workouts like that, like it's very susceptible to, especially with my style of kind of overtraining like crazy. It is very susceptible for injury. You got to be careful. Again, because of the high volume workouts that I'm doing, I'm not really pushing too much weight, but still, when you get towards the end of the overall routine, you end up being really fatigued. I tell you, sometimes I get that machine preacher, well, not the machine preacher, but the easy bar preacher curls, because they're one of my later workouts, and I'm struggling. I got everything in me trying to move that bar up. So, but yeah, arm day. I didn't do a post-workout video yesterday. I ended up having to do some shopping for my meal preps. I'm hoping meal prep video is up by now. It should be. And then I still need to post day 4 video. This will be day 5. And if I've got, I'm going to try and do at least a couple minutes for the post-workout today. Kind of walk you guys through how I feel, how the workout went, things like that. Feeling pretty good. I just recently, as I had mentioned, I'm on 1,800 calorie diet. I actually had just recently changed that. I was at 20, it was like 2,500 probably 2 weeks ago. And I just recently changed to that 1,800 mark. I had about a week or two where it was a little bit on the rough side, just adapting. Adapting to those lower calories. I think I'm just now starting to kind of get back into the swing with it. So it's adjusting, and it's working. It's working out. So I definitely feel, I would say I did have my protein shake today, my pre-workout protein shake. That leg day was rough with not having that protein shake beforehand. I went in and, I was seeing stars by the end of that. Yeah, I had my last couple workouts, I did barbell back squats and calf presses, and then I was doing leg presses, 505 pounds for reps of 6 and 7. I did like 6 sets of that. So yeah, it was getting rough. I was definitely getting a little dizzy towards the end there, and you got to be careful with that. It's another thing that big people tend to be guilty of is swinging too hard one way or the other. Just because you're in a dieting context or a weight loss context, you don't want to starve your body of what it needs. For my size, 1,800 calories is ambitious. It really is, because I think, I haven't checked since I've gotten down to 285. I'm guessing I'm still like in the 3,000 range for my maintenance, to maintain my current weight, or it might be like 2,900. That's a lot of calories, and for me to be basically doing 1,800, which, it is a very stark deficit, but at the same time, 1,800 calories is still a lot of food too, guys. When I finish my my meal prep, I'm sometimes I'm like, man, it's a lot of food, so, because it's about a 11 to 1,200 calorie meal with the pitas, Laughing Cow cheese, the actual bowl itself, and then I've got the 300 calorie shakes throughout the day, so that gives me the other 600. So small tangent I do want to bring up: make sure you're getting your fiber. I can't tell you, I've been seeing so much stuff about younger people. Colon cancer is on the rise like a son of a bitch. They say it's really, really affecting us younger folks. 20s and 30-year-olds dying left and right from colon cancer. So some of the things they suggest to assist with that is work on your drinking. If you're drinking alcohol, slow down on it. You know what I mean? I definitely was stupid with it in my younger years. Been a year now, ain't touched nothing. Getting my fiber in, making sure to drink plenty of water, making sure you get in the gym, exercise. Even if you don't have access to the gym, just get a walk in. That stuff helps out a lot. So yeah, that's That's the extent. I think they say and again, I'm not a doctor or pharmacist or any shit like that. You can probably look it up, but I think it's 20 grams of fiber a day for females. I think it's 30 for males. Again, I could be wrong. I'm getting about 45, 50 a day. So there is a point you're taking too much fiber, so be careful with that. I think it's in the 70s or 80 grams per day range. Don't have too much fiber. Definitely, go research all this stuff yourself. Talk to your doctor for sure. One thing I think a lot of people that start working out and stuff like that kind of take for granted, if you've got health insurance, you're paying for this shit already. Usually co-pays aren't terrible. If you got an FSA or an HSA, I'm lucky I've got an HSA. Shit, it pays for the copay itself. Go up, get checked out every once in a while. Get a blood panel done, blood screen, have them check your blood sugar, your kidney function, liver function. Just it doesn't hurt. Go get some shit checked like that. Blood pressure checked, height and weight. Talk to your doctor about any sort of changes you're making. I'm going down to a highly restrictive diet, doc. What do you think? And I'm not saying, I'm not going to sit here and be like a medicine denier. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like a lot of doctors are full of shit, and a lot of them overprescribe, and they're just pushing stuff for the pharmaceutical companies. But having that been said, that doesn't mean you can't go get an opinion. You know what I mean? It's just because the doctor might be full of shit when it comes to, like, don't do the natural stuff and just here, try these, brand name fucking pills that have 50 side effects. You don't have to listen to that, but why not go get an opinion? You'll listen to every other person's opinion on the internet and everywhere else, and you won't at least let a doctor throw his hat in the ring. Again, you guys are grown-ups. You ultimately have the ability to decide and do what you want to do, but there is nothing hurts from getting an outside perspective. Have an open mind with stuff. Fuck. Don't get me ranting on open-mindedness. I think the country as a whole could work on that. But yeah, get checked out. Try and do it, I would say, at least once a year. I think that's something definitely younger people neglect like crazy is going to the doctor enough. It seems like we're, not necessarily because we don't want to either. If you don't have health insurance, stuff like that, it can be a little bit pricey, but look into it, So that's all I got. Get in there, do this arm day, and barely be able to lift my arms when I'm done. I'll see y'all here in probably about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. Y'all have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to hear, talk about, blah, blah, blah. You think I'm full of shit, hit me up. Later.